right, everyone, welcome back into this week's segment of Crime Stoppers. Brian Locke with the Mississippi State Police Department and Dr. Ashley Meredith with Mississippi State University is joining me in studio. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
okay, so you guys have told me that Mississippi State University has a new tool in their toolbox, and the police department and university are utilizing this tool and helping other departments with that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one of the things that we're doing is this new drug testing lab that we have coming up. We noticed that there's, a gap across the state of Mississippi in terms of drug testing and the turnaround time.
Okay.
And so Dr. Meredith doing some wonderful stuff for us. So.
Yeah, we started a collaborative effort probably, a year ago, a little more than that, and noticed a need in Mississippi in general. We have been servicing Mississippi as the Mississippi State Chem Lab for over 100 years.
Okay.
And that means that we're constantly trying to assist these programs and kind of step in where needed. And we saw a need, and so we started collaborating with DPS and MSU PD and MAFIS with MSU, and we're gonna try to alleviate some of the strain that comes with forensic testing.
So I've got to know, is it like a big machine that does all of this, or are we getting each individual pill? How does that all work?
To a degree. So analytical equipment is incredibly complicated, but there's this one fancy machine called an LC-MS-MS. That's the acronym. I won't give you the long, boring name. But in doing that, it is specialized in essentially kind of filtering out certain drugs and identifying them in a confirmatory way. And so there's a long process of extracting whatever you're looking for, and then this machine identifies it for you, and you process that data, and then that data gets reported.
Yes. And Mr. Brian, you came on before and you all talked about the forensic lab, and you said from that, this kind of opened that window to see that this is very needed in Mississippi and especially in our area.
Yeah, when Mississippi State did the partnership with the Department of Public Safety, we started with the forensic recovery program and anthropology, but we also noticed that they have a huge backlog in drug testing as well. So it just started the process. Hey, Mississippi State has a lot of experts and can do a lot of wonderful things. So let's just go ahead and expand this on and try this method as well.
And I'm assuming that every case is different, but let's just say we have a batch of drugs per se. How long would that turnaround time be to be tested?
So there's a lot of variables in turnaround time. We do operate at a 30-day turnaround time.
Okay.
We do try and shorten that, so 30 days would ideally be worst case scenario. But from start to finish, it could be as simple as 3 days, or it could go into weeks, just depending on your sample load. But we can do batches of 20 at a time.
Okay.
And that would be 20 separate different samples.
And are our students at Mississippi State also involved in this?
Not yet. So one day we hope to start some type of intern program where that way, these forensic students get hands-on experience. Right now the lab is somewhat smaller than what ideally it will be one day. This is kind of a proof of concept pop-up lab.
Yes.
We're gonna start there, and then ideally we grow.
And what do you think it says about the university just allowing you guys to have something like this and again serve the broader community?
Yeah, it has been amazing. The support has been absolutely amazing. Dr. Keenum and his team have done nothing but be supportive, and they recognize that there's a need in the state. Most of our labs are located more in the southern part of the state. And one issue that you have there is that these people are trying to get, evidence somewhere. Well, they're having to drive hours to get there. So if we can get some type of hub in the northern part and service the northern part, everyone is very excited.
Yes.
But yes, the university, especially Mavis, has been incredibly supportive.
And so right now, if you can speak on it, how many members would you say is on your team? Or are you a one-woman show over here?
I wish I could take, I wish I could take the credit. No, I actually have a wonderful team. In this particular lab, it'll be 2 to 3.
Okay.
Now, again, it's kind of a smaller portion, but one day we hope it to be 20 to 30.
And I also feel like this is just something that's so broad, like the chemical breakdown of these pills or drugs.
Yes, it can get incredibly complicated. Chemistry is fun and exciting, but very complicated.
Yes. Okay, well, while you guys are here, before we wrap up, we know the Egg Bowl is happening on a Friday. I'm going to assume we're pulling for the dogs.
Oh, 100%.
But, Mr. Brian, you talk all the time about, policing these events, and the same thing's going to be happening this Friday, correct?
Yeah, but it's typically a wonderful family event. People are bringing their turkeys and cooking and doing all the real fun stuff. And of course, a lot of our students are probably going to be traveling, visiting their families, so we wish them safe travels.
Well, great information right there, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. We'll be right back.